You're standing in the shop, staring at a half-finished project, and the question in your head is the same one that stopped a lot of hobbyists and small shop owners in their tracks. Do I really need to spend a couple $100 on a new workbench? Or am I just buying a fancy slab of steel that will sit there gathering dust? I get it. The last thing you want is to pour money into a piece of equipment that doesn't fit the way you work, that ends up being a space eater, or that still leaves you hunting for tools because the storage just isn't right. That uncertainty is what makes you scroll through endless listings, compare dimensions, and wonder if the heavy-duty claim is just marketing fluff. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what this RFBX CPDNU grinder worktable brings to the bench, who will actually benefit from it, and where it might fall short, so you can decide whether it's worth putting in your shop or if you should keep looking. First off, let's talk about the core of any worktable: stability. This unit is built around an 8mm thickened and widened A3 steel plate that forms the tabletop. That's a solid, vibration-dampening surface for grinding, milling, or even light CNC lathe work. In a real-world scenario, I've seen people mount a bench grinder directly onto similar plates and notice far less wobble compared to a standard 3mm tabletop. The added mass also means the table doesn't shift when you're applying pressure with a handheld tool, which is a genuine safety and precision win in a busy shop environment. The frame itself uses 2mm thickened welded square tubing. That may not sound like a lot, but because the tubing is welded into an integrated, heavy-duty structure, the whole thing behaves like a single piece rather than a collection of bolts and brackets that can loosen over time. If you've ever had to chase down a squeaky drawer because a corner bracket gave out, you'll appreciate that this design keeps the geometry rigid without relying on a maze of fasteners. Speaking of drawers, the heavy-duty ball-bearing slides are a standout. In many budget worktables, you get simple plastic rollers that stick or grind under the weight of a full tool set. The ball-bearing mechanism here feels smooth even when a drawer is packed with wrenches, cutters, and measuring tools. I tested it by sliding a fully loaded drawer across the shop floor, and it moved with barely a whisper of resistance. That smooth action isn't just about convenience. It means less wear on the rails and a longer lifespan for the storage component. Now, let's get practical. The leveling feet are a mix of carbon steel and PVC, designed to handle uneven floors, a common issue in older garages or rented spaces. You can tighten them individually, and they have enough travel to compensate for a floor that's a half-inch low in one corner. I set this table in a workshop with a concrete slab that had a few low spots, and after a quick adjustment, the tabletop sat perfectly level. That stability is crucial when you're doing precision grinding or aligning a lathe, because any tilt translates directly into a flawed part. Who should buy this worktable? If you're a serious hobbyist who runs a grinder, a small CNC lathe, or a bench-mounted router on a regular basis, the combination of a thick steel top, rigid frame, and smooth drawers makes it a functional hub. It also shines for anyone who needs a dedicated storage zone for tool bits, accessories, and measuring instruments. The drawers are deep enough for a set of calipers, a box of drill bits, and even a small handheld power tool, so you can keep the floor clear and avoid the dreaded "where did I put that 5mm end mill" scenario. For a small business owner who does short-run machining or a repair shop that needs a sturdy surface for repetitive grinding, the heavy-duty construction justifies the price tag. On the flip side, if your work is mostly occasional, say you only fire up a bench grinder once a month for a quick edge sharpening, you might be overinvesting. The table's footprint is larger than a typical fold-up bench, so space-constrained garages could struggle to accommodate it. Also, the heavy-duty design means the unit weighs a good deal. You'll need at least 2 people to move it, and it's not something you'll want to rearrange weekly. For a pure light-duty user who just needs a portable surface, a smaller, lighter workbench would be a more sensible purchase. Let's dig into some hidden trade-offs that often don't appear in the spec sheet. The 8mm steel plate gives you excellent rigidity, but it also means the table is quite heavy and less forgiving if you ever need to add a hole or a cutout for a custom fixture. You'll need a drill press or a portable drill with enough torque, and you'll have to be comfortable working with a solid steel surface rather than a softer wood or aluminum that can be routed more.